This clip of one of the assistant coaches chasing Caitlin Clark down as she's riling up the crowd. And it seems like she's getting scolded, reprimanded, told, hey, all that hyping up, don't do that. Don't do it. Let's take a look here first. Now here we go. Body language doctor. Body language doctor is out and about. Caitlin Clark's like, what the hell is this?
Hold up. Did the Fever coach just go WWE on Caitlin Clark mid-celebration? Yep. Footage just resurfaced showing her getting physically stopped from having her moment. And the internet is losing its collective mind. Was it a strategy? Was it sabotage? Or was someone just mad they weren't invited to the dance? Stick around, because what happened next has fans screaming, she did not just do that. This one's got receipts, replays, and a whole lot of what the heck energy. Let's dive in.
Clark has gotten to the point where she realizes if she gives the ball to Natasha Howard, not only is she not going to get the ball back, but Natasha Howard isn't even going to look in her direction. We have officially reached that.
1 second, Caitlin Clark is lighting up the court, hyping the crowd, doing what she does best, and the next, her own coach turns into the celebration police, physically yanking her back like she just tried to jump a TSA checkpoint with an open water bottle. You could see it in Caitlin's face, the shock, the pause, the what in the actual heck just happened expression. Not pain, not anger, just the stunned realization that even joy now comes with restrictions in Indiana.
So look, I don't think it's any secret that I'm not a fan of the Indiana Fever backroom staff. I'm not a fan of what they're trying to do to Caitlin Clark, and I fully believe they're trying to diminish, they're trying to dim the flame of Caitlin, and they're trying to make her fit in to what the WNBA used to be, rather than fit out and be her. I mean that. Like, that is my opinion, and there's no question about that.
And let's be honest, this isn't a one-off moment. This is the cherry on a very weird, awkward, and increasingly irritating sundae that's been building since the day she was drafted. The woman can't even sneeze without someone from her own circle trying to hand her a tissue laced with micromanagement. You'd think her success would come with a bit of freedom, but apparently even celebrating is subject to committee approval now.
So everybody online is talking about this play during one of the games where, as you're going to see, one of the coaches for the Indiana Fever just went and pretty much almost tackled Caitlin Clark for getting the crowd riled up, man. Why is she doing it? And I want to say that's this lady right here, Karima Christmas Kelly, one of the assistant coaches. And as you see right there, she just seemed to have went and grabbed the Caitlin Clark. As Caitlin Clark was trying to get the team, the crowd amped up for a big time game. And
this girl has been selling out arenas, igniting fan bases, turning casual sports bros into diehard WNBA followers, and yet the very franchise that should be building statues of her is treating her like an intern who got too excited at a staff meeting. There's a fine line between structure and sabotage, and this coaching staff is breakdancing all over it in heels.
But like, this clip getting shown again, and it's just, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable. It is completely unacceptable. Like, if a coach did this to any other player in the league, they'd be fired. Or they'd at least be questioned for them being fired. Then goes and hits a step back three on JC Sheldon. And she goes, the whole crowd's going nuts. And she comes, and she's getting subbed off, by the way, at this stage. She's getting subbed off for the game. She doesn't go back in the game at this stage. So it's not like it's a close game. They're up 20. She does not see the floor again. Caitlin Clark is there hyping up the crowd. She's there trying to hype up the crowd. Exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. You want to see this version of Caitlin. You want to see this player. And watch what happens here. So the coach just grabs her. Just grabs her out of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't think there's anything too malicious in that. I don't know if there's anything too malicious. We don't know what's said. But like, you can't just grab.
The management, equally uninspiring. Like they stumbled into a generational star and immediately handed her a to-do list that includes dim your personality, share the spotlight with people who can't hit a layup, and never make us look like we're not in control. Caitlin Clark wasn't just brought in to shoot threes, she was brought in to change the game. And yet, every move she makes seems to be met with subtle resistance. If it's not her minutes being mysteriously limited, it's her teammates acting allergic to ball movement. And now this? A coach literally grabbing her mid-celebration like she's a rogue toddler at Disneyland? Come on, that wasn't just a miscommunication. That was a full-on vibe killer, and don't forget this girl has been hyping crowds since college. It's her thing. It works. It brings energy, momentum, passion. But instead of leaning into it, the Fever's staff looks like they'd prefer she celebrate quietly in a dark room with a librarian clapping softly in the background. You'd think she broke protocol. No, she was breaking ratings records. But clearly that's not enough for this coaching staff, who seem more focused on optics than actual basketball wins.
That is transpiring with the Indiana Fever, but I said this yesterday, there is definitely something going on within the locker room, the front office. Something is off, man. This is the third situation in one game we have had involving Caitlin Clark and the coaching staff and pretty much another player. We had the Natasha Howard situation where Caitlin Clark bent down to tie her shoe up because she knew Natasha Howard wasn't even going to pass her the damn ball. And I'm telling you right now, that whole situation is crazy in itself. Ever since DeWanna Bonner been gone, they have simply turned this thing into the Natasha Howard team, bro.
Let's not pretend this is about discipline or team unity or whatever PR line is floating around. This is about control, about a coaching and management staff that seems more intimidated by Clark's gravity than inspired by it. It's giving insecure, it's giving underprepared, it's giving we weren't ready for someone this big, so now we're going to shrink her down to size. It's weird, it's tone deaf, and honestly, it's kind of sad because you can see it on her face now. When she's benched, when she's pulled too early, when her teammates go full tunnel vision and pretend she doesn't exist on the wing, there's a flicker of disbelief, a silent scream under the surface. She's a gamer, a competitor, a professional, but she's also human. And this weird energy from the bench, it's wearing on her. The joy is still there, but it's dimmer. The sparkle isn't gone, but it's blinking. At some point, someone's going to ask, why stay? Why keep pretending this is a developmental year when what's really happening is a slow, painful rejection of everything that makes Caitlin Clark? Caitlin Clark?
Last season in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark was 26.5% of all economic activity as a rookie. Merchandise in the league went up 234%. But here was the one that struck me. Before she got there, the Indiana Fever, the valuation of the franchise was $90 million. After playing, 40 games, the valuation of that team now is $340 million. I don't think it's a game you duplicate. There is no second Steph Curry. There is no other player that plays like that. She could be $1 billion athlete. Like, when I see these numbers, I'm like, oh, this is Tiger.
And let's not even get started on the broader agenda, because the more this goes on, the more obvious it gets. There's a whole bunch of people in power who don't know what to do with a white woman breaking the mold in the WNBA. She doesn't fit the usual narrative. She's not playing the political game. She's not leaning into identity wars. She just wants to hoop, hype the fans, and win. That makes her a problem for people who prefer carefully curated underdog stories. And it's starting to feel like she's being punished for being too successful too quickly. The thing is, fans aren't stupid. They see it, they hear the tension, they read the body language. They're watching her get iced out on plays, watching her expression when she's pulled after heating up, watching that now infamous coach grab like she just tried to storm Area 51. And they're not buying the excuses, not anymore. The problem isn't Caitlin Clark. The problem is the people who can't handle Caitlin Clark. She's been nothing but consistent, relentlessly driven, focused. Not the fire starter. She's brought more eyes to this league in months than others have in years. But from the looks of it, her own organization is treating her like a public relations liability instead of the gold mine she is, which is, frankly, bananas. Imagine the marketing meetings. Hey guys, let's rein in our most popular player. Maybe stop her from being awesome? Great plan.
Caitlin Clark has been knocked on her ass. She's been knocked on her ass. She's been cheap shotted. She's been poked in the eye. Everything. They have beat the Connecticut Sun. This is a month ago nearly. The Connecticut Sun beat the crap out of her. Absolutely beat the crap out of each other. But,
And if this is the direction the Fever is going to keep pushing, don't be surprised if one day Clark walks in, looks around, and says, nope, I'm good. Because there's only so much weird energy, sabotage, and career throttling a person can take before they decide they've had enough. And the moment she does, half the league will be waiting with open arms and better coaching. This isn't just a coaching misstep, it's a masterclass in how to fumble generational talent. She's been dealing with obstacles from day one. Nike delayed her shoe like it was a Kickstarter campaign with no funding. The league has been slow to protect her from cheap shots and public attacks, and now even her own team seems like they're more interested in neutralizing her than unleashing her. And that celebration grab? That wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. A metaphor for everything she's endured since becoming the face of this league. So yeah, fans are frustrated. They're watching their favorite player get held back, literally and figuratively. And they're tired of being told to trust the process when the process looks this dysfunctional. You can't build a franchise on a generational star and then act like you're babysitting her through a summer camp. Enough already.
Somebody had put on there, has this coach been reprimanded, suspended, fired? This is really terrible behavior. What is happening behind the scenes? If the WNBA wants to do an investigation, they might want to look into the Fever staff treatment of Caitlin Clark. And you see right here, women are equal, correct? We all know the story. This would be if there were a male coach, why a double standard, fire her. Coach's posture is interesting. I remember seeing it live and thought it was weird.
Either the Fever gets it together, or they risk losing the very force that made them relevant in the first place. Because if Caitlin Clark finally decides she's had it, it won't just be Indiana that feels it. It'll be the entire WNBA watching the best thing to happen to their league walk away from the nonsense and never look back. At this point, it honestly feels like the Fever are conducting a masterclass in how to lose a superstar in 30 days. Like, if this were a rom-com, Caitlin Clark would be packing her bags while Kelly Clarkson plays dramatically in the background. The swagger that used to radiate from every three promoter, every crowd-hyping gesture, every electric moment, it's flickering. This isn't about a shooting slump or rookie nerves. This is a franchise actively draining the fun out of basketball for the one player who made the sport fun again for millions. It's like watching a unicorn slowly turn into a mule because someone in upper management decided glitter was too distracting.
No one is giving you a chance, and it's not fun no more. Angel Reese fans no longer making it fun. They've been very draining and exhausting. The Caitlin Clark haters is no longer making it fun. They draining and exhausting. Your fans, some of the CC fans are no longer making it fun. They are draining and exhausting. No one, not one, is giving you the opportunity in your era to grow, for you to get better. Everyone has high expectations of you because of what you did your first year.
And from a business standpoint, it's insanity. There's no spreadsheet, no algorithm, no PowerPoint presentation in existence that can justify stifling Caitlin Clark. She's not just a player, she's a brand, a media magnet, a revenue engine with a jump shot. But here come the Fever holding their clipboard like, maybe if we squeeze just a little harder, she'll finally stop smiling altogether. Mission accomplished, geniuses, because let's be real, Caitlin Clark hasn't really smiled in weeks. And who can blame her? She was drafted into dysfunction, tossed into a locker room with ice-cold chemistry, given a coach who treats her like a liability, and surrounded by teammates who play like passing to her voids their warranty. Every game feels like a group project where the star student is being graded on someone else's sloppy work. And when she dares to show a spark of personality, she gets grabbed, benched, iced out, or scolded. The message is clear. Dim it down, Caitlin. Be less.
Caitlin Clark getting basically wrecked. This is one of the worst decisions that I have ever seen any league engage in. Caitlin Clark is the biggest draw for a team sport in my life relative to the audience that would be fans of the sport without her. Bigger than Michael Jordan was for the NBA, bigger than any NFL star has ever been. All of those sports were very popular before those athletes got there. Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. Every game she is dropping golden eggs, and they are trying to strangle the golden goose to death. It's one of the dumbest things I've
It's wild that a league begging for eyeballs would allow this to happen. The WNBA finally gets its ratings queen, and instead of rolling out the red carpet, they hand her a script titled How to Conform and Alienate Fans in 10 Easy Steps. She's being picked apart for every expression, criticized for every emotion, told to share a spotlight she created out of sheer talent and charisma. And when the vibe is this hostile, even the most unshakable players begin to wobble. Caitlin's not just navigating defense on the court, she's dodging weird politics, subtle resentments, and backroom whisper campaigns that seem designed to break her before she even fully arrives. And let's talk trade. If this is how the Fever treats their franchise savior, maybe it's time for an amicable split. She's not perfect, nobody is. She's made rookie mistakes, taken questionable shots, and yeah, she's brash, but that's what made her unstoppable in college. That edge, that fire, that no apologies aura. The Fever clearly don't want it. So let her go. Set her free. Send her to a franchise that actually understands what a once-in-a-generation player looks like and doesn't try to smother her with mediocrity and micromanagement.
Now, I said this yesterday. I'm all for the veteran players. But at the end of the day, did we all forget that this is Caitlin's team? Like, did y'all just throw that whole situation out the window? Number 1 draft pick, rookie of the year, breaking all the damn records like they're scratch-offs? Bruh, what is we doing here, dog? I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that they tripping, man, at this point in time. I mean, I want to see the Caitlin we seen in Iowa. What happened to the Iowa CC? The greatness. I mean, bro, we haven't seen the Logo 3 in a month, bro.
Because here's the thing. You can't change Caitlin Clark without breaking her. You can't force her into the respect your elders, wait your turn box and still expect fireworks. She was built to lead, not blend in. She was born to shoot from the logo and light up the scoreboard, not tiptoe around fragile egos who think hustle points matter more than wins. Trying to remake her into some quiet, deferential version of herself isn't just dumb, it's expensive. Every bad pass she's forced to watch sail over her head, that's a marketing opportunity dying in real time. She came in fresh off record-breaking college performances, bursting with confidence, carrying more momentum than the entire league combined, and now she looks like she's wondering if she left the stove on in Iowa. And make no mistake, this isn't about growing pains or adjusting to the pro level. It's about an ecosystem that refuses to evolve fast enough to embrace someone who's bigger than their outdated rules. If the league and the Fever are scared of Caitlin Clark being too much, then they were never ready for success in the first place.
Hey, Caitlin Clark, this is for Caitlin. If you're not Caitlin, keep it pushing. Okay, this is for Caitlin only. Caitlin, what I'm about to tell you as a supporter of yours, as a fan of yours, that has been watching you since Iowa, I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. The WNBA, it's time to wrap that shit up. Okay, it's time to go. Pack your shit up. Let's go. I don't want this for you no more. Okay, I've been here. I don't want this for you no more. It's too much expectation. It's all about race. It's too biased. Everybody just wants.
What's baffling is how preventable this all was. All they had to do was lean in, give her the ball, give her the freedom, give her the space to be the thing they claim to celebrate. But instead, it's been nothing but pushback, passive-aggressive coaching, suspect rotations, a bizarre refusal to play to her strengths, and now this strange campaign to drain her spirit in broad daylight. But here's the twist. Clark may be down, but she's not out. So Fever, WNBA, everyone pretending this is just about rookie learning curves, wake up. You don't get many stars like this, and when you treat them like they're replaceable, they become unavailable. Somewhere, another team is watching this train wreck unfold and quietly clearing cap space, because they know Caitlin Clark doesn't need Indiana, but Indiana? Without her, they go right back to being just another forgettable name on the schedule. Let her go, before she's the one who pulls the plug and takes the league's spotlight with her.